Sorry. We'll start that again. We'll open Photoshop. We'll do a talk through of the mission goals today. So, a horizontal scroll box is a box with a scroll bar which you can move horizontally, which means that the children placed in the horizontal scroll box will be placed like this. Yes. Just so we're all on the same page, right? So we have this, and that is nested within a vertical scroll box, right? So if there are children that go one way or children that go the other way, we can scroll in X and in Y to look at things around the scene inside the UMG object, right? So we have a scrollable area. I wonder if it would be more sensible to get rid of this vertical scroll box and make... So, okay, right, I'm getting ahead of myself. So what we have right now is those two scroll boxes, and within those scroll boxes we have a grid. And the grid is fine, but it's not very automatic. It's very hard to manage. Like, it requires a lot of input from me to get it to work the way I want it to work, right? So you can specify any object to be placed in any series or spans or areas of the grid, right? Like this. Which is great for a certain kind of person doing a certain kind of task. But we really are actually not concerned about the arbitrary placement of objects inside a grid. We are completely and entirely... we want to know... We want to be able to... We want to be able to make lists, basically. We want to make a list of lists. And our main list is going to be our conversation, right? And I was thinking about this the other day. So we have the title, and then we have conversation entries in here. We don't really have a way of dealing with options. So, oops. If there's any character that has the need to ask you a question and receive a response other than yes or no, I don't know how to deal with that. And for the moment, I think for the Antonia game, at least, at the very least, the absolute bare minimum, I think it's fine to not have any of that stuff, because most of the time, list, string, a list of lists. Correct. Well, semantically correct, but like code-wise, it wouldn't be actually a list. They're all identifiably individual objects, not contained within any kind of data structure at all. It's disgusting. But you know, it's a necessary evil. So conversation options currently a non-issue, but we can work on the finer details of adding functionality to the conversation editor later. But like the core functionality of placing a conversation into the window and editing the conversation at the moment requires us to manually add and manually ripple delete things from the grid, which is, it's balls. Okay, I don't want to do it. I don't fucking do it. Okay, it's stupid. Whereas if we use discrete single dimensional arrays, for want of a better term, we have exact and precise control and automatic ripple editing, because an array will automatically shrink to fit the size of the boys inside the array. Or rather, it's not an array, but it's the objects are placed, and when you take an object out, this object moves up to fill the gap in the object chain. Okay, that's just how the UI objects work. Okay, it's just, no more thinking about it. They're placed in a list, and they occupy the space that they occupy in the list. So each one of these can be its own object, right? Each conversation can be its own object, which is not only better for managing the grid, it's better for managing the data inside the grid, because each one of these objects then is in order and can be written to a file, the conversation, the script .object, the object script child object class, easier. because they're in order already. Whereas the grid, we would have to iterate over the entire grid, find everything in the grid, find if it's in column 0, find if it's in row 0, and then read the data, and then find if it's in column 0, find if it's in row 1, and then etc, etc, etc. Bullshit, okay? Nobody wants to do that. That's too much work. This is less work, but it requires refactoring the UI a little bit. So we get rid of the grid. We replace the grid with the internal horizontal scroll bar. Oh yeah, okay. So if we have these encased in a vertical box, they will be in a vertical box and they'll be scrollable, but the whole thing will scroll. But we could encase each one of these actually in a vertical scroll box, and it would mean each individual conversation could be scrolled, and you would still be able to see the context of other conversations next to it. Consider. I'm considering, please. He's gone. I think individual vertical scroll boxes would be best. So let's go to EUW scriptwriter, and we've got the controls down there, and we've got input here. So if we replace with child, and then we delete UGP main. Risky business. I know. But now we have input actual. This is now a variable. It's not going to compile because we have a whole bunch of references to things that we actually needed a reference to. The input actual is horizontal. Friend? Horizontal, visible when scrolling possible. Scroll bar thickness 9, padding 2, whatever. And we go to the graph, and we have a whole bunch of bullshit because we've actually broken the entire thing. So that's good. So UGP main doesn't exist anymore. UGP main is the grid. Oh no. UGP main is the grid that we are referencing to put things into the grid. But now we're not doing that. We're using input actual, get input actual. Add child, and we can't use add child to grid because it isn't a grid. Wow. And this is going to work, but it's not going to work the way we want it to work because we had it originally manually setting up each child widget component, and each of those child widgets components now are going to spawn next to each other in a line, which isn't what we want because we had sideways control and vertical control. Nope, that one. And there we go, it compiles. We go to EUW scriptwriter. We can't scroll. And we have 2 objects. Interesting. Did I do? Oh yeah, I did do something wrong. Who would have guessed? Now we have 3 objects, and when I press these, nothing happens, which is fantastic. So that's good. The second thing is that we want to have all of the control. You want to have all of the control here in the scriptwriter itself, or as much of it as we can, I think, maybe. So editable conversation is fine. Add editable widget is also fine, and UMG editable title. So we actually need to make a new UI element. Yes, it's all widgets all the way down, I'm afraid. So if we go to user interface, widget blueprint, this is going to be UMG conversation type. Oh, right, yes, no. User widget. Whoops, UMG conversation tile. And UMG conversation tile is going to be a scroll box. And inside the scroll box, there is going to be a UMG editable conversation title, a UMG editable conversation, and an add editable widget, like that. I don't know if I don't need to not just remove those scale boxes. You know what I mean? Tally, welcome. Welcome in, Tally, welcome in. How you doing, Tally? So yeah, some things that we have to do. Size box, hello. Minimum desired width, 400. Let's just get rid of the aspect ratio maintaining stuff, okay? Why do we need to maintain the aspect ratio on this stuff? Yeah. Like, we don't need... Yeah, we don't need to maintain the aspect ratio on any of this stuff. Doing fine, finally starting to feel human again. How am I? Head still hurts. Apart from that, what can I say? I've had some cereal. I have my coffee. You've had waffles? Aww. Good. So this has a graph, right? Unclicked, add new, cast to grid slot. None of this works anymore. So we've learned how to use grid panels, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Get parent self return widget cast to umg con umg conversation tile. Create widget of class umg editable conversation. Return value add child. Add editable widget. Conversation tile does not inherit from widget panel. Panel widget cast to UMG conversation tile will always fail. Is this actually what we needed to do? Adequate? Nah. Reno, which it says hi. Welcome back. Welcome in. Welcome to the land of the mostly living, semi-awake. See, that won't do. Ooh. That did do. Okay. Interesting. Ah, because it doesn't check what kind of scroll box. Of course. So we add the panel widget. We add another one of ourselves. And then we remove ourself from the parent. Yes. Bop. Bip. Badooby. And there should just be an infinite number of these. Does this still work? That does not still work. Okay. So this is not a UMG editable conversation widget that we want to make. It's a UMG conversation tile that we want to edit. Right? So we delete all that. Fizzbuzz. Welcome in. Editable title graph. Yes, this is, yes. Fizdaki, yeah. Day's job's done. Have a shout out for congratulations on the day's job done. Does that mean you will be beginning some development soon? Yeah, so none of this works now. So we have handle row 0 and delete row. You are not that handsome and wonderful. Wow. These are big words getting thrown in chat here. Where's Bardi when you need him? Not receiving any of this glorious praise and exaltation. I'm trying to think how to even do this. So, you need to work on a dungeon generator and your game. Nice. Dungeon generators. Did I ever show you my dungeon generator? Come into my dungeon generator. A science would say you're gonna have to nerf that comment. There are very few comments that get nerfed here. Unfortunately for some, fortunately for others. But really, Reno, who here is as handsome and wonderful as the glorious Bardaki? Which one of us can say can hold a candle to ourselves and the Bardaki in the reflection? As long as we strive to be a little more Daki every day, that's all we can do. So QT, I have a pro tip for you. I know you're smarter than I am. Okay. I know you have years of experience on me, and I know you're a professional game developer already, and I'm not. But my one tip for you, making a random dungeon generator, is clean up the power-ups. You will forget. There will be power-ups left over. There will be garbage in space. You must do it. Also, I have a problem with my dungeon generator. It doesn't close the last hole. I don't know why. just don't. No, do, but just power-ups. You will power-ups, please. I still haven't fixed that game. I really should. It was a promising little stupid shooter game. But I don't know how to do enemy AI or dynamic nav mesh generation. In fact, in Unreal Engine 5 Early Access, dynamic nav mesh generation didn't work anyway, so That's fine. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you. UMG editable conversation. On clicked closed cast to grid panel. Yeah, this doesn't work, does it? So this is fine. This is fun. This branch is fine, but we need to test something different. Self get parent cast to grid panel. So it's never going to equal 0 anyway anymore. Power-ups? That's assuming you would add those in the first place? Hold on. We can't condone the creation of a dungeon of a randomly generated dungeon generator if you're not including power-up. Like, I mean, that's the whole point, right? To go in the dungeon and pick up the shinies. That's what the kids crave, right? I'll leave you be. I'm just kidding. I can't wait to see what you come up with. My eyes are a bit dry. I'm totally hydrated. My eyes are just a bit dry. And also, I've lost so I'm meant to be cleaning and restringing this acoustic guitar, and I've lost the strings that I bought for it. If you see them, let me know. Like, they're not expensive, but I don't have the time or the money to go out and get a new set. I haven't been going to town. Town's all the way over there. Anyway, we don't cast a grid panel. Get parent. Cast to scroll box. Yes. Straight into the branch. As scroll box. Get child index. Get the index of a specific child widget is equal to 1. Clear the text. If it isn't equal to 1, remove the box. Remove child. Happy? Happy. So now, I just like it when he goes pink. I'm sorry. That should clear the text. It's beautiful. And this should remove the panel. It's like I know what I'm doing. It's like after all these years. And then watch, right? So we have SAQ, WER. And when I delete this one, we're going to have WER take its place. Oh, glorious. It's a free ripple edit, kids. It's a free... It only goes one way. Granted, it does only go one way. But it's a free ripple edit, one way. No. No, there's another line that we need. This just checks if the widget index is 0. That's going to clear it. But there's a widget underneath it, which would ideally... Okay, we need another branch. Kids, we need another branch. Where is it? Get child index is equal to 1. And... Get all children. Length. Greater than 2. Not greater than 2. Less than 3. Right? So if the length of the number of the children of all the children Let's stack it this way up. Hey, that's kind of fruity. We can stack it backwards. So if the length of all the children contained within scroll box is less than 3, so 2 or 1, it wouldn't be 1. But yeah, we'll cover our bases here. Your first cup of coffee today? Steady, Reno. Steady, easy, easy. Easy, steady, steady, easy, easy. So if there's fewer than the 3 entries in the child index scroll box and the child index that we have is equal to 1, no. This needs to equal false. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. It will though, right? All the children length less than 3. So there's 2 things in the thing, right? True. And child index is equal to 1. True. Clear. Remove child. If there's 4 items, false. Less than 3. 4 is not less than 3. 3, in fact, is not less than 3. That is correct. This is correct. This is the code that we wanted. These are the visual scripting elements that we needed to place. So when we delete this, you don't know if I drive because I'm in the UK, but like, you ever get the feeling like something wrong with your tire, but there's nothing? No. It's been more than 10 years since I drove a car. So I did lessons 2006 to 2007. That's how old I am. I was legally allowed, was it 2007? Sorry, 2007, 2008. So that's what, 15 years ago. So 1, it was a learner car, so it's not my car, so I didn't drive it every day. 2, I didn't drive it for long enough at any one period of time to figure out if it had weirdo tires. And 3, the upkeep of the car wasn't my concern, so I didn't really think about any of that kind of thing. You get that feeling still, and you don't have a car or drive much anymore. I do get the feeling that there's something wrong with my shoes, the sole of my shoes. Anyway, so when we click this close button, it is going to ripple edit our "oh hello there" from the box underneath, and it's not going to clear this box. Okay, you ready? You ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello there. Public transport is treating me nice? Absolutely not. Mana is late 20s. Let's go with that. Wow, late 20s. Yeah, they let kids learn to drive when they're 10 in my country. True story. Public transport is driving me to drink, which yeah. Oh. You get driving testing at like 15, 17. 16 if you want to drive a moped. Does that do anything? That doesn't do anything. But yeah, public transport makes me want to get an e-bike and learn how to drive a motorbike. Not a bicycle. Just a regular road-going motorbike that's powered by batteries. I just think they're cool. I seen one on the internet. It didn't have a price though, and anything that doesn't have a price on it's too expensive to afford or not worth the money you pay for it. Oh shit! Ah, yeah, the button. I'm an idiot. I am full zero brain. You took driver's ed in school 2 years in a row. Didn't actually get your license until you were 19 because it's a lot of responsibility not running people over. Lamau! Running people over. What a funny... What a... Oh! You got your license later in life too, like 17, 18? Definitely later in life. I don't have my license. I didn't take my test. I just took my lessons. The person giving me lessons messed me around, so I ditched. Fuck them. How dare they? Life of a high schooler. I remember high school. One year in high school for you not have your license in the States is like 10 years. You enjoyed high school for the most part? Oh. I think it was alright. Right. It was a small school under 250 students. Crazy. So I need to duplicate this. This is going to be UMG add new. UMG add new conversation tile. What time is it for me after I end my stream? Usually 8 or 9 p.m. That's a pretty tiny school, you know. My high school I think it had 1250 students about when I started and 1700 when I left. Like 9, 10 p.m. He was off. Yeah, I usually just leave like as early as possible. Like it's just straight out. Just add new conversation tile. Delete. I don't want to get the parent widget. I don't want to get the next level. I want the I don't want the next level of widgetry. I want the you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You understand what I mean? I want the parent object. I don't want the parent widget. Ah, screw it. Get a widget. How do you learn blueprints? Just like you want to do this, you type in the bar and it just sort of shows up. I mean, at its simplest state, yeah. It's character in school and college prep. It's a miracle they accept your application. You dum-dum. I don't know about that. Depends what you're doing at college. It really does depend what you're doing at college. I probably wouldn't have gone on to a science degree. I probably would have actually gone to a science degree. I got a B in physics. I got a B in physics. Get into a science degree with a B in physics. A shit science degree at a shit university. But what's the difference between that? Degree's a degree at the end of the day. You can copy the logic fine. You can't ever take what you used and repurpose it. Yeah, that's so like at its like basis level, like you type in the box and you get the thing in the box that you want the thing in the box. You never went to college? Oh. And it comes out. But like in terms of repurposing the logic, you have it's more about the mindset of programming a computer. You've got to know what you want to do, and then you have to do it. So like last week when I put this together with the grid, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I ended up doing it wrong, right? Starry Night, welcome in. How you doing? How are you doing? Welcome back in. You don't want to pay money to learn stuff you already know, since you only take art classes. That's fair. That's fair. That's entirely fair. But at the same time, who pays to go to university? Tuition fees are a scam on the government. And I'm not just saying that, you know, I'm not just saying that to sound, you know, extra left wing, but think about it, okay? Think about the student loan, okay? I don't know how you do it in America, but in my country, how am I? Head still hurts, but I'm okay. So in my country, if you go to a degree, you can get something called a student loan, right? So they will pay your tuition fees, and they will give you a meager salary, a meager monetary contribution, and you get even more if you go abroad. If you study abroad, they will give you, or they used to give you more. I guess nowadays, I don't know if it's up in the air if you're going to the wrong country or whatever. But anyway, and you'd be paid basically to go to university, and it's called a loan because the money is lent to you, right? There is the expectation that it is to be paid back, but you don't pay it back until you're earning money. I think it's significantly over minimum wage. It is at the moment. I think my loan repayments would start if I were to earn £24,500 a year. And I don't, and I haven't, and I graduated 10 years ago almost. Fuck, 10 years, Jesus fucking Christ. It's the depression stream, yay. Anyway, so the idea is, right? You graduate, you get a good job, and then you pay off your loan, right? But the actuality is people graduate, like 1% of the people are able to pay back their loan. They either do it instantly through savings, or they get they move on to a master's and they get themselves a high-skilled, qualified job with a proper salary, real daddy salary kind of style stuff. And they manage to pay off their loan through the automatic repayments through their work. But 99 made up fact, made up number, 99% of all graduates won't have a job, and that will pay for their loan, and the loan is made null after 25 years, right? So if they don't pay anything off their loan in 25 years, the government pays their loan, okay? So the government reaches deep into its pocket and says, here's taxpayers' money. Sorry, they didn't pay their loan off. I guess they took a shit degree and you funded them, and that was a bad decision. But they have to also pay, consider this, not just the loan, Not just all the tuition fees, not just all of the, the food that guy bought, or the clothes that guy bought, or the science equipment that they needed for their degree, all the books, all the fucking shit, the travel expenses, all the money that they used from that loan. It's paid off by the government, but not just that money, but the interest of 25 years of compound interest on a £60,000 loan. And, okay, doesn't sound like a lot of money for a government. Governments deal in millions, billions, sometimes even trillions of dollars or pounds for large structural economic things. Power plants, they cost a lot of money. Train infrastructure that they struggle to fucking build cost a lot of money. And it's you see, £60,000 plus, 3% compound interest for 25 years. It's a lot of interest, actually. So call it £100,000 for every graduate who graduates out of university, doesn't pay off their loan at all, which, as I'm saying, in my opinion, is probably most of them, because graduates don't get good jobs, and the job market out there is mostly for, unskilled labor. Just, it's the way I've seen it. Anyway, so consider that the government is paying off out of its pocket the cost of all these loans and all the interest for all these thousands of university students that are graduating every year. Tuition fees went up the year I left university threefold. They went from £3,000 a term to £9,000 a term. Okay, so that's an extra money on top of all that, right? And it's basically price gouging on a private equity firm that has been set up to fund students going to university. And it would be fine if there was an agreement to not pay, the interest on the things, and this is why, university fees should be free, because there's really no point. There's no point in them costing money. You know what I mean? Because the government's going to end up taking most of the money that is spent paying for this education anyway, right? And more of it, because it's a loan with interest. Anyway, rant over. Yeah, blueprints are actually really easy, though, Witcher. You just got to do some. Talk to Mika. Mika will tell you the good stuff. He'll be like, this is how you do it. Right, exactly. It's just a more equitable way of doing it. Like, granted, there'll be some people who can afford to pay to go to university themselves and afford to be able to do it, from their own pocket. But that's not why university exists, to leverage cash potential. University exists to leverage brain potential. And, well, all I can say is right now, the government that we have is a bit of a giga brain. Fucking giga. Do you know tuition fees in Scotland are free? You go to Scotland if you're a Scottish national, It's not a different country to us, right? It's a different nation state within our country. Sure, and they have an assembly. But it's not a different country. And it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Anyway. Anyway. I have a degree. Hasn't got me a job. I owe my government 60 grand. Or thereabouts. Probably more. And I don't owe the government it. I owe the loans company. Yes, I'll see. But yeah. I've been hired to do work pertaining to my degree. I've been a translator. I was translator for 4 whole months professionally. On a retainer from a company that scammed me for $6,000 worth of work. And then just ghosted me on fucking Google Mail. Scum. And that's yeah, that's the thing. What about that recruitment though? Yeah. Did loads of translating. I did 4 jobs. And a lot of it was really weird. I mean, conceptually weird. Like, they asked me to... I didn't even know this until, like, after, like... I can't remember when it was, but I saw... So I translated the manual for a software called Moopad from Japanese to English, and it was a struggle. There's a lot of very technical Japanese in there that I had to look up gently in technical manuals. And, you know, I didn't go to university to learn maths in Japan. I didn't know any of these words. So it was a learning experience. It was great. And I've forgotten all those words now. But, you know, at the time it was great. Anyway, it was a struggle, and I translated, you know, hundreds of pages of this manual, sent it back to them and said, here you go. Here's the bill. And, yeah. So I don't know, I saw Moopad was being advertised somewhere on the internet recently. And it's not even a Japanese language product. It's an English language product. It comes with a fucking English manual. So why did they need me to translate the Japanese manual to English for them? When they could just go to the Moopad fucking website and download the English manual, man. Like, my brother in Christ, what is wrong with you? I don't know if they were just, like, fucking testing me, or they were just messing around. They didn't sound like kids. They knew how to write an email, but fucking... Anyway, how do I get the parent widget? Not the parent widget, but the parent widget, the parent object. How do I get the owning container? Not the owning container, but the owning container. The container of the owning container. What? Parent widget? There's no parent widget. Funny joke. Screw it. We'll do it this way. Cast a scroll box as scroll box. Just whatever, and then create widget. UMG. Add editable widget conversation tile. Editable conversation tile. Title. They're two brain. Add child. I guess we just have to be a little bit context aware. We actually have to use our brains for doing the widget stuff, because it doesn't seem to want to let us do it automatically. Add child, return value, and then we got to do another one of those, I think, for one of ourselves, which is add new conversation tile. A new conversation. Add new conversation tile. And then remove self from parent. Use scriptwriter. So we add a conversation tile. Add new conversation tile. No? Add editable widget. Add new conversation tile. Oh, okay. It has holdovers. Hold on. Delete and delete. Oh! I wanted that. I didn't want to close it. Add editable widget. Works pretty good. And then if we go to UMG editable conversation title, here we go. I kind of wanted to do this in the main body, but I think it might be actually fine to do it here. Handle row 0. Oh god. Yeah, that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit we don't need. So what are we doing? Delete row. That's fine, right? Okay, delete row, cast to grid. Okay, none of this is gonna work. Literally none of this is gonna work. Get parent. Self parent widget returns a panel widget object reference. Get like how right, where are we? Right, we are in UMG editable conversation title. So parent is going to be the scroll box in UMG conversation tile, right? So we do need to get parent again. And this will be the scroll box in This is why I wanted to do things just in one place, because it's hard to work out what we're doing and where we're doing it. Cast a scroll box. This is probably going to be true either way, so... Get all children. Script writer reference specifying non-default values no longer exists on node create widget. Please refresh node or reset pin. The default value remove pin. It's on the handle row. Yeah. For now, friend, we do not need any of that. So yeah, GG. And then we'll plug in delete row here. Here. And then we will okay. Yeah. There we go. No? Interesting. It is looping though. Oh, hey, hey. Ah. Where am I? Editable title. Hold on. Now what? Go. So now it will stop when it reaches 0. Jesus, that could have gotten dangerous, kids. That could have gotten dangerous. And I broke it. What's going on? What is going on? Clever! Welcome in. Nice. Not nice. What? 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 Go on then. I hope you're all following Clever. Space Pirate. Video editor. Magic the Gathering bully. What the hell is going on with this code? Hmm. Ah, right. Okay, no, it's doing this. It's this thing again, huh? It is working. It's just not working. There you go. UMG added a widget. But we can't get the parent of that parent. Why not? Why can we not get the parent of that parent? How about this? How about that? How about them apples? Hey? Ooh. There is nothing there. Very interesting. Scroll box. Okay. Has no class. There is no container. Can I not tilt? Can I use tilt? I can't use tilt. That's annoying. I can't use tilt. I can't use tilt left and right. Fantastic. Get what? Get owning player, game instance inside size clipping, cache geometry, force volatile, Layout pre-pass. Widget. Panel. Returns the outer object of an object. Hold on. There is no outer object of this object. Despite the fact that it is a child widget of a child widget. And this is exactly why I wanted the title to be part of the top level thing, you know? Because then we know that the child of it would be the thing that it was inside the thing of. Too many children. Yeah. So it's like the scrollbox doesn't know it's a child of. This is meant to be simpler, damn it. Oh. What the hell? Communication from child widget to parent in Unreal Engine. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Well, let's see if that works. That was learning dev. Let's check it out. So,
print.
Get owning list view, get parent, get outer object, get outer object. Okay, so we want this. Get owning list view. Sure. That's a user list entry. Returns the list view that contains this entry. I think we can skip that, right? So we have self, which is a blueprint. Parent is going to be the scroll box that it's in. Outer object is going to be the widget in which that scroll box is held. And outer object of that is going to be the widget that holds fingers crossed. Connect the pin. UMG conversation tile CL0. Ah, but that was a conversation tile. That was not. UMG conversation tile. That was this. Editable conversation title. So the parent of this widget is going to be UMG conversation tile, right? There is a UMG editable conversation title. Parent is going to be container main. Outer object is going to be UMG conversation title. Outer object of that. Oh, can we add a get parent in there? Hold on. Ah. Conversation tile. Input actual. Okay. Input actual. Good tutorial. Excellent tutorial. Thank you, Learning Dev, for the tutorial. And away we go. So this gets us to input actual, which is in EUW editable, whatever. Input actual is here. Very informative, yeah. Input actual is here. So if we had another 2, we could cast this widget entirely, right? So input actual, that was the get parent of whatever we had. So we get outer object, get outer object. And then we can cast EUW scriptwriter. And from there, we can activate graph. Hold on. This reconstruct, which is actually wrong. Input actual, get clear children. Probably would like to do that before we instruct it to make new children. Probably get rid of its children first, rather than do a potato brain style thing and not get rid of all its children. Compile, script writer reference. Conversation tile widget. You know what? Graph. I don't. Refresh nodes. Okay. Right, okay. Get children count. Okay, here we go. If it's greater than 2, remove from parent. If it is not greater than 2, cast to EUW scriptwriter. And engage protocol. Reinitialize. I'm rein. Reconstruct. Well, that's why I can't find it. Where is it? Buddy, EUW scriptwriter, EUW scriptwriter, reconstruct, custom event, custom event. Custom event. Come on, man. should we call it something different? Maybe reconstruct is a protected name that we're not allowed to do. If event reconstruct. Event reconstructor. Hold on. Right, okay, so collapse the function. Oops. Right. I don't know why it's doing this to me, but collapse the function. Free construct. Call an editor period. Field notify. Get out of here. Free construct. What do we do? Clear children. Input actual. Input actual. Self. Create UMG conversation tile widget. Add child. Create UMG new conversation tile widget. Add child. Yes. That is exactly what we do. Yes. Oh my god. Hello. So it's getting it. It's getting it. It's working. It's just not doing... It's just not doing it. It's just not doing the thing for me. Like it's getting to the widget. It's getting to the widget. But it is not doing anything with the widget. This is very frustrating. Ah, what we in? Editable conversation title. Delete row. Snacks! How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Oh, before I forget. You're at work, so you could be better. You could be better if you were following which approach. Professional 3D artist, professional game developer, professional driver, professional schoolgoer. Professional chibi VTuber maker. Professional there's too much. Brain overload. How you doing? Like beyond being at work and beyond being able to be better. And also you get taxed on interest on unpaid debts. The hell, man? What the fuck? That's crazy. Do you know what I get taxed on? Fucking brain cells. Please. Do you know how to make video games next? Can you do this for me? Please. I'm not even making the game at this point. I'm making a tool to make the game with. It shouldn't be this hard. I cast to the object and I ask the object to do the function that I've defined in the object. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like you have a, right, okay. Say you have a TV, right? And you have a remote control, right? And you press 3 on the remote control. You want the channel 3 on the TV, right? So you press the 3 on the remote control and the TV goes, oi! Channel 3, here you go. That's what I want to have happen, right? So we're casting to the TV with the remote, with the message 3. And the TV is interpreting the message 3 and executing function 3. Go to channel 3. Thank you. I, here, am casting from my child widget panel to a parent of a parent widget panel, and I'm saying, I would like you to delete all of these widget panels, please, and make a new one. And it's going, I understand that you want to talk to me, sir, but I'm sorry, I cannot comply. Like, it will, it responds to the cast, right? If I go over here, it says hello. It says, hi, look. It's friendly even. But it doesn't do anything. I can't, if I go back to my editable conversation title, like we drag off the thing that we're interacting with, and we have a function which is reconstruct. It's not that, it doesn't do, can't do, it's fucking, it's not even without context. There is no function available to the system called reconstruct. and it's sending me snacks. It is. I am being. Sorry, you don't need to hear about this. It is. Reconstruct. Anyway, I'm reading a little bit because of this. I can't let you do that, Dave. Exactly, Rena. Black Void Titan. Black Void. Stop it. There he is. I'm assuming you don't have too much of a pre-roll. Welcome, Raiders. How long's a pre-roll these days? 15 seconds? Do I have to be excited and waffle for 15 seconds before I can actually be excited? Is pre-roll the death of channels? Should I actually just be running ads every 30 minutes? Is that what you want, kids? Is that what you're telling me? You want me to get my 13 cents ad revenue from running ads every 30 minutes to increase my discoverability? No pre-roll? What the hell? He's a sub! That's why. Welcome in, Black Void 10. Thank you so much for the raid. And welcome in, Raiders. Oh, I meant to do a spiel, right, when people raid me. 3 years of streaming, and I've only just gotten to that idea that I should have a spiel. I'm just making a video game, kids. I'm trying to make a video game tool right now, so I can put conversations into my game, into Science Streams' games. Hold on. There's too many people to shout out, okay? Black Void Titan for the raid. Everyone who came over from the raid, if you did not follow Black Void Titan while you were over on Black Void Titan's channel, shame upon you. You now have one chance to redeem yourself. If you did not come from Black Void Titan's channel in the raid, I mean, there's a button there for you, optional. It's just a bit weird sometimes, like staying in someone's stream for a long time, enjoying a raid, coming over to someone's channel, and then just not following. Although I am guilty of it myself sometimes too. Anyway, yeah, I'm making a game about ants. I'm making the game, but the game's respectful intellectual properties are owned and maintained by the wonderful Science Streams, who is a geneticist, actual real scientist. The game, let's have a look at the game right now. I have crashed the Unreal Engine. The game is is one of these. It's Animal Horizons New Crossings. You can jump. You get the UMG handler. It's a science game about ants and DNA to get kids enthusiastic and engaged with genetics and epigenetics. So the idea of how the DNA structure of a creature might affect the creature's life and daily activities, and how the epigenetic things. How would you describe that? What's the word that you use? The repercussions for the individual activation and deactivation of DNA cells within the DNA strands of the creature. Good luck with that. Thank you, Smace. I will need all of the luck. Luckily, I don't have to understand genetics or epigenetics to make a video game about it. I just have to understand making a video game, and I will need all the luck I need with that. Anyway, so what we're doing now is, as you can see, that there's a text box. Actually, if I go back, I can show you again the cool text box. I spent deep hours making this, okay, and it's beautiful. And if you don't think it's beautiful, I will fight you. Anyway, I'm really proud of that. But you see, there's a set text in the text box. It's set at perspiciatis unde omnis iste natus error sit voluptate accusitantium dolorem quae lauda. How old will the kids be? Yes, the kids will be years old. Yes, they will be. I'm assuming words like DNA will not be full formed, and I'm assuming that they will not even know what the word epigenetics even means. Do you know what? I was 2022 years old when I found out what the word epigenetics even means. I never even heard it. What about a know-year-old? Know-year-old video games. Know-your-old video games, yes. No, it can't be know-your-old video games because there will be some violence, as is inherent with the natural world, I'm afraid. Maybe it will be play violence, but it will be rowdy enough that 0 years old kids will not be allowed to play. 3 years old, maybe. They know natural rowdy violence from, you know, unnatural rowdy violence. They have a moral compass at that point. No-year-olds, unfortunate. Sorry. But yeah, we're trying to make it as open and friendly to being played and enjoyed and interpreted as both an entertainment and a descriptive medium of scientific knowledge. An entry step. How am I handling the speech sounds? I have a cue which modulates a single WAV file of me going bap. And every time the cue is called, it has a slight pitch variation. Very simple. And there is one gleeful, joyful, beautiful, amazing Omega thing that I put in. He was literally just doing the same thing. Yeah. But if you listen very carefully, very closely, and you watch the text as it prints to the screen, while I'm not talking over it, hold on, you'll notice, once more, is it just in a blueprint or am I using meta sounds? I'm not using a meta sound asset, it's just a regular standard engine cue. The cue has a built-in modulator for per instance random thing, and it just does a spawn sound 2D, play sound 2D. It's actually tied to each character. It's very unperformant. This character box literally dips frame rate by 5 FPS, which is something we need to fix. It's not massively high on the agenda because typically when you're interacting with an NPC and talking to an NPC, you're not going to be worried about frame rate because you're going to be playing the game. You're going to be reading the text that the NPC tells you. But at the same time, it would be nice to not have a 5 FPS dip every time we printed text to the screen. So with that out of the way, you'll notice that when there is a space or if there is a punctuation mark, there is no sound played. And so it passes the... Oh, shit. Fuck. It passes the text being played to the text box on a character by character basis. Has to animate it. Again, beautiful. And whenever there's a space or a comma or a exclamation mark or a full stop or quote marks or brackets or whatever, it skips it. It doesn't play sound. It still animates it, but it doesn't play sound. And if it's a space, it doesn't even animate it. Anyway. There was something else about the text that I found nice. Worky Lurky, thank you for the look. It's next. Hold on. Oh! Mana's first professional voice acting gig, yes. And a shout out for Attack on Snacks, who has joined us today, briefly. They're at work, but they stream every Sunday, so every Sunday you can check out Snacks. This cool stream. So you've got a nice 6-day wait today, but it's worth it, trust me. Good stream. Good energy. And enjoy your workday snacks. Anyway, right now, what we're trying to do is get this tool so that that text in that text box isn't lorem ipsum, but is a script object held by an individual NPC, and it will have unique text. The conversation title will be an in-editor engine specifier for me to see, rather than you to see. You know, as per each ant. And then you have lines of text. Each line of text is configured so that if you go over the amount of text you can fit on one line, it shows you. It goes bright pink. So you go, oh shit, I've written too much. Like Twitter. You know, you get that red outline. Yeah, that was exactly where I stole the idea from. You're welcome. Elon Musk engineered this tool. I'm just kidding. Elon Musk had no hand in this. Thank God. Am I not using the right font in here? I'm using the hyperlegible instead of the monospaced font. Maybe I should be using the monospaced font. It'd make more sense instead of being monospaced. But yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. And I have another project It's currently shelved because this is taking up all of the time and resources that I have, because I don't really have a lot of time or resources to do any of this stuff. And so, you know, this is a combi thing that I said I'd engage with. And, you know, it's okay to leave me hanging on myself, but it's not okay to leave someone else hanging. Just remember that, kids. I made this widget. Define the words made and define the words widget. So yes, I made the widget, but I didn't make the widgets. You know what I mean? Any complex combination of widgets is just a combination of simple widget elements. I'm going a little bit crazy today. Just don't mind me. But yes, you can add new tiles for new conversations to the right, and you can add new entries for each conversations to the bottom. Each one of these is scrollable, which was probably a mistake now that I look at it, because once you get to the bottom of this, it scrolls right, and then it's kind of a nightmare to navigate. I hate it. It is what it is. Anyway, the purple text thing. Yeah, I made it so the text goes purple when you type too many characters in. It's simple. We have an editable text widget, and then why isn't it printing anything to the screen? Uh-oh. Anyway, yeah, you have an editable text widget, and then when on text changed, you can pass it, and then if the text string subtended by the text in the text box is longer than 31 characters, you can set the formatting things, and then you can also check if it's reverted, and then you can set the formatting thing the other way. I'll show you if you like. It's not big brain. So this is the widget that we are talking about. We have line, 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 and we have an X in the corner to delete the widgets. We have our graph here, so here we go. We'll just, these all do the same thing, but they're just for different boxes. So editable text line 1, on text changed, editable text et line 1, text in text, update font outline, editable text box, test text in. We get the text, we get the character array from string, we get the length. If it's greater than 31, branch set font, target is editable font, update the font outline warning to outline it as a warning. And if it is not greater than 31, we update the font outline to not be a warning. And it's very important, if it's the first time through this, you have to understand that it won't do anything for you. I think this is one of the things, this is one of the big concepts baby game makers will struggle to learn and struggle to feel. It won't do anything for you. So if you do things one way and you want it to go back the other way, you have to also do that as well. And it's a goddamn nightmare. I hate it. And I wish in my heart of hearts that there were just automatic widget settings that you could format under certain circumstances and unformat under other circumstances. And I get that's what we're doing, but doing it manually is a pain in the ass. But you have to do it if you want to do it. That's just the way it is. Anyway, it got real dark real quick. It's also 5:30. Goodness me. I feel like we have done basically nothing today. Use script, editable. So we don't need this. But we do need the result from this. So this is all mostly fine. So we can get rid of this. And this we just handle row 0. And then we can write in our code for handle row 0. What does handle row 0 need to know? And what do we know already at this point in time? So get parent, UMG conversation tile, self, get parent. This is actually good, because get parent is going to be this widget's scroll box, and this widget's scroll box is going to have children. So we really just need to reinitialize. The scroll box, right? We can't add a new scroll box to the thing without do you know what? That could be a very viable thing to do, actually. You cast the UMG conversation tile. Get parent children count greater than 2. So the parent is going to be the scroll box which holds onto all of the conversation tiles. And the object around it is going to be the widget, or close to the widget of the EUW script. The object of the object is going to be EUW script scriptwriter. So if we were to, and that's what we were trying to do, because we have a reinitialize function in the scriptwriter, which is what we wanted to do, but we can't do that. So if we can't clear the children of the parent. Gotta shoot off, but enjoy and have fun with the world of UMG. Oh boy, like that time, please. Just don't even. Thank you so much for the raid, and have yourself a wonderful time zone. I'm guessing it's in the deep night for you now. So handle row 0. So the options to us are. We meticulously remove all of the text. Will there be a lot of text reading in the game? At the moment, yes, there will be a lot of text reading in the game. We discussed, right at the start of the project, we discussed the idea that for accessibility, having fully voice-acted game in as many languages as possible would be the ideal situation. However, it would also cost a lot of money, and there is not a lot of resources to leverage against this project until it is complete. So there may be voice-acted language packs after release, but until it is a packaged unit, yes, it will be mostly text, and there will be, I don't want to say a significant amount of reading, but as much reading as you would expect to find in any other high street video game that there is. There will be some text. Yes, there will be some text, and I understand deeply the issue of there being a lot of text and a lot of large words in a game aimed at children's. But it's fine because, one, children like to absorb knowledge. 2, we will attempt to make all of the knowledge as accessible as possible. Did I explore AI voice acting? I don't want to get a copyright strike from voice actors. Space. I don't want to indulge any kind of AI-driven content that isn't been checked and validated against copyright or label laws. And 2, text to speech at the moment. I mean, it's a meme, okay? Let's just come out and say it, okay? Brian is a meme. He's a funny lad, okay? He tries his best, but he gets stuck on the letter P. I spelled it wrong. But you should check out Irish Strong Games if you want to hear more of Brian, because he has TTS text spam enabled on his channel. It's very fun. Extremely fun. Overwhelmingly fun. Not familiar with Brian. I think you are familiar with Brian, actually. I think you know exactly who Brian is. I think you know. Science community has enough willing people to not need paid voice actors hype. That is a consideration. There could be generous benefactors who would donate their voices to science. It's a fair point. But I think that's something that project administrator Balint would have to engage with. I think that's like it. You know, I'm not a stranger maybe in the science community, but I am far from being the big boss man. And if I say I need your voice for a video game, I need to give you to me, they'll just be like, oh, it's scary. But if Balint says it, they'll be much more compliant, I'm sure. Exactly. And Smace, just for you, friendly Smace, if you want more Brian, because Irish John Games channel was not enough Brian for you, you can also check out. Must wait 18 seconds before giving another shout out. I'm generous, Twitch. I'm just generous, okay? Just saying that it is a possibility. Yeah, it's probably it's a great idea. But it would require, you know, it would require stuff and things which I am not equipped to provide. If you know what I mean. Check out Zentrea, who also has Brian enabled as a TTS bot on their channel. They do fun streams. Very fun streams. Anyway, handle row 0. What does it need? It's 18 minutes to cup of the day, so we're going to have to leave this here for a brief moment. I'm not going to get a drink, because I am fully drinked out. We're just going to move straight onto the Trackmania segment, I think. So, yeah. We're back in the game. If I have in this widget, not in the extraneous external widget, but in this widget personally. Oh! Oh, right, okay, so that works. That works, but this does not do anything, right? And that works, okay. Good. This needs so much more functionality to be a real tool. But for now, let's get it to a point where we can add and delete things. We'll talk about reordering things later, I think. So yeah, let's open UMG editable conversation tile. That's this, and we go into graph, and we have oh no, but we can't do that. We can't do that either, can we? Because it didn't let us. It didn't let us do any. It didn't let us do any. It didn't let us do any other things, did it? Okay, so UMG editable conversation title. Boom. Graph. Handle row 0. Colon editor. Good. Handle row 0. What we're going to do is we have to delete row here. So self get parent get outer object gets us the UMG conversion tile. Hugh, how you doing, Hugh? How you feeling? Oh. Hugh's okay? Excellent. UMG conversion UMG conversation tile object reference. So we get the UMG conversation tile. Get container main. Get all children. Not a for loop. First index 1. No. And this is technically a do n, but it's an ongoing joke since childhood. One day you called in sick from school saying you'd gone to visit the poo fairy, and that's where it all started? That's crazy. That's crazy. Ah. Don't mash your potatoes. Good. Is this right, Hugh? Check my code. I want to remove all of the childs at index 1 through last index -1. So we don't remove index 0, but we remove index 1 n times, where n is the number of items in the list -2. Which is last index -1. Between 1 and last index -1, I think. I think that works. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. -2. Excuse me. 2. That's right. Cast to UMG. Editable conversation. No. Editable conversation. As UMG, editable conversation. Get ET. Line 1. Line 2. Line 3. Ooh. Set text, set text. Can I? No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. But that should work, right? Your game logic is, does this do something? By the way, a stupid little game for an art challenge. Me de champignon.studio8.xyz if you want to see. I want to see. I want to see. Mer de champignon. Sea of little mushrooms adventure. Cowbell Z and X. Champignons. Mouth. How do I get this on screen? Doesn't work on mobile, FYI. Huh? Collective. Not collective. Oh. Yes. I feel like I'm winning. The tank controls. The tank controls are making me feel like I'm not winning, but I feel like I'm winning. Yes. 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 Give me the things. Give me the things. Can I go in the sea? Can I go into the sea? Oh. I can't go in the sea. -1 point. Oh! My boy. There's still one missing. Can't see that twinkly boy. Great job. Oh, cowbell! Best game. Best game. Nice. And now it just works, right? Oh. Very good. We did it. We've done it. We've done it. Oh. 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 They were supposed to be dancing at the end. You need to check that. Uh-oh. They were trying to do something. Okay, kids. So we can make rows. We can delete rows. I might want to make that. We can make boxes. This automatic ripple edits doesn't delete the last box in a thing, no matter how hard we try. You know what? As far as basic functionality goes, we're pretty much there, kids. I know I said I was gonna go late tonight, but I did a bad. I played too much Trackmania. I'm getting pretty tired right now. Embarrassingly so. Maybe I am. Maybe I really am actually just ill. Fuck. So I'm on that Jurassic epic landslide of victory that we have on our thing. I'm gonna stop it here before I don't know. Before I explode or something. I'm gonna try the coat on again, and it'll be great. So let me do the talk out. Ugh. Ugh. let me do the talk out, and we will find somebody to raid. So thank you, everyone. All good. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming and watch the live video. If you came and watch the live video, thank you. Sturkland, Smace with a 4. Blank space was taken with a 4. It's Swavy Baby. For the followers, welcome to the channel for review. Did I update the thing? It's gonna tick down, and we're gonna see it. Science. It's gone. Did I update it fully? I did fully update it. Perfect. You could raid Claire if I've not picked already. I will take that under consideration. If Mr. John is streaming, though, we haven't raided Mr. John in a very long time. There's thousands of other people we could raid to. Thank you, Black Void Titan and Sol Galio 66 for the raids. Thank you, Witchy, for the 2 bits. Shout out to Big Gamey. I see you over there. Check out Big Gamey if you enjoy the game development stuff. Big Gamey is also a very professional video game developer and also a fun guy. You know, just a fun guy. You know. Thank you for coming to watch the video on demand. If you came to watch the video on demand, and as always, don't go crazy making video games. I will see you in the next episode.